My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is here and I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Beautiful Friday morning. You can hardly see across the street. It's like London. Anyway, we're up here at the campground in Davison, just kind of chilling out by the fire. The one in Canada. Yeah, I haven't really done much this week. It was either so hot you couldn't go outside, or so smoky you shouldn't go outside. So we're ready to learn, though, right? Today, good morning, anybody. There's just a few of us on this morning. It was me, and then Chuck showed up. Good morning, Chuck. And Ken Gooch just popped on a minute or so ago. It says we have 12 people online, so that's not bad for a Friday, right? Oh, and Dave Donnelly. Good morning, Dave. It's good to see you. All right. So yesterday in Galatians, Tom ended his section with the phrase, like I want to make sure I say this, that in Jesus Christ, the blessing of Abraham might come to the Gentiles. Good morning, Bert. So, and that's how it ended that chapter or that section. And I thought to myself, this needs to be included in today's a little bit, because that's what he's going to talk about in deeper detail. Let me pull that up. Oh, it's already pulled up. I just got to find the right spot. I think this is it here. Here we go. Ready? To give a human example, brothers, even with the man-made kind of covenant, oh my goodness, even with a man-made covenant, no one annuls it or adds to it once it's been ratified. Paul's making the argument here that God never cancels or changes covenants with Abraham. He never did. Now the promises were made to Abraham and his offspring. It does not say, and to offsprings, referring to many, but referring to one, and that your offspring, who is Christ. Paul writes that God's promise didn't point to all the descendants of Abraham. Instead, he sees Jesus, a fulfillment of that promise. That's kind of curious. To me, that was one of those, what? And then in verse 17, he writes, this is what I mean. The law, which came 430 years afterwards, does not annul a covenant previously ratified by God, so as to make a promise void. For if the inheritance comes by the law, it no longer comes by promise. But God gave to Abraham by promise. So there's only two possibilities here, right? You can earn it through the law, which means by your duties, your works, you make sure you're following all the rules, or you can earn by the promise. It can't be both, right? And I look back at Abraham, and I'm thinking, God never really asked Abraham to earn his reward. He said he'd earned it already. He said he was righteous, right? So why was the law written then, right? Let's go to verse 19. I think that might explain it. Why then the law? Wow, it's like I knew he was going to ask that. It was added because of transgressions until the offspring should come to whom the promise had been made. And it was put in place through angels by an intermediary. Oh, wow, there's a lot there. I mean, so it was added because of transgressions. So the law was there to expose sin, to restrain sin, because once you know what you're doing wrong, you should stop doing it, right? And to prepare us for Christ. Galatians 3:24. Paul later in this chapter, he's going to say something that basically calls the law a guardian leading us to Christ. Moses served as the intermediary, I think given through angels. I think this is kind of where he's going. Moses served as an intermediary with the law. The promise made came from God to Moses, who brought it to the people of Israel. Mediator requires a third person, and that's where I think he's going with the intermediary thing. The promises between Abraham and God. The mediator is like with God, it was between God and Israel, moderated by Moses. The key to God's promise, though, is Abraham depends entirely on God's faithfulness, not human obedience. The promise is so much greater, right? Is the law put in place through angels, not by an intermediary? Now an intermediary implies more than one. That's where he's talking about the more than one. God is one. All right, so anyway. What can we pull from these verses today? And I think they're simple. This isn't really rocket science, right? Today we are assured that God's standards with God rests on his promises fulfilled in Jesus. We can take that to the bank. The law shows us God's holiness while revealing our need for a Savior. The law is a curb or a guide. It shows us where we fail and then gives us an off-ramp, an ability to stop doing that. God's promises are dependable, and I think that's what we forget is everything about God promised Abraham happened. It just happened down the road, right? Just as he didn't abandon that covenant with Abraham ever, that covenant was stuck. But for some reason, we like to tie things onto things. And I think probably Paul's reference to this in this chapter goes back even into Ephesians, in Ephesians 2, where God wrote, "For it is grace you have been saved through faith. And it is not from yourselves. It's a gift from God, not by works, so that no one can boast." The works aspect will lead us to boast. Churches, you've seen it. We've all seen it in churches where there's people that walk around thinking they've already got it figured out and they know what's going on, or judging others because it's easier to judge others than yourself sometimes, isn't it? We rest assured that with Jesus, all that stuff is taken care of already. We just need to stay on the straight and narrow, look at the curbs in the mirrors and say, am I there? Am I doing what I should be doing? And the answer probably is no, but we can rest assured that Jesus has already taken care of that for us. That's what I got for you today, boys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. And may someone see Jesus in you today. Peace.